Hello everyone, we are going to do some reshoots for the movie, the short film Little Library that we just shot. It's about a 15-minute away location. I wasn't happy with the shot I got. The biggest problem is when you're filming, when you're directing, it should always be a perspective thing, coming from a perspective. And my direction wasn't good. There was a lot of extras, a lot of crew. I had some lapses of judgment. And my storyboard didn't prepare me well. I followed my storyboard a little bit too blindly, and then looked at the edit and was like, this is garbage. In the first 30 seconds of your short film, it should be good. Because if someone is watching it and they disengage, if you have a 6-minute, it's not like a full feature, it's not an hour-long thing. And if you disengage with that film that early, you have no chance of them. Basically, if you bore them, if you do a bad job of capturing their attention, and I hate to say stuff like that because it's like, it's kind of like short form content. So, but you can't bore people at the beginning. You have to have that first bit be amazing. That first bit needs to be entertaining, and it wasn't for us. In the Little Library film, I did handheld movement, which I thought I was going to be able to stabilize easier, I thought would look better, but it really just came across as really amateur. Like while I was editing, I was actually going through mentally, I was like, I really dropped the ball here. Every other part of this film is so much better than this 15-second span, and the perspective isn't there. And I don't even think necessarily a ton of people would have noticed, but having this will be a plus. They will say, wow, instead of going like, that's weak. And reshoots are okay. I don't usually do reshoots because short films usually don't have the budget for doing reshoots, but when it costs you nothing to do a reshoot, it's like, why not? Why not do this? And I'm shooting that. I originally shot almost everything on a 35mm lens, and a big breakthrough I had is using like a 50mm, 70mm, or a telephoto lens. Even though it does change the perspective of how you're seeing it, it really shrinks the background. If you've ever looked at one of those graphs that shows you 35 shows the background a lot more, telephoto squeezes that background smaller. So dealing with broad daylight, dealing with this really bright light in the background and I also learned a lot, like my exposure wasn't the best on this film because I'm now using an FX6, and I figured out the Canon expose workflow fully, and I'm also having a busy day, I'm not gonna lie. I am so stressed. I got home from work and immediately had to get moving on getting batteries charged, getting over and doing all these other things. So stress level is high, but by the time I get there, I'll be calm, I'll be ready. And the shots we're going were like these undirected, really, or loosely directed 35mm kind of wide handheld shots. And I'm going to put it on a tripod, which huge thing is, unless you want that uncomfortable handheld movement of like documentary style, or it's an uncomfortable scene, I don't think you should use handheld. You should lock it on a tripod. And yes, you are losing some movement there. Actually, a awesome director, Robert Rodriguez, he has this really good kind of like 10-minute film school YouTube video, which if you haven't seen that, you totally should if you're looking to be a filmmaker. And he says, if you have a tripod, your tripod's pretty, but don't let it live on that tripod. Move your camera, incorporate camera movement. And I kind of heard that and I was like, okay, I'll never use a tripod again. Hearing that, when you hear that, when you hear something from a great director, you're like, okay, that's got to be true. But at the same time, it can also look really, really amateur, having the camera move like that. But you can still incorporate camera movement with your tripod. A lot of pans, tilts, and you can still be creative and use blocking. Like a lot of older films used to do that just because they couldn't move those gigantic film cameras. So that was a big breakthrough for me, and I am going to do that today. I'm going to throw the FX6. Yeah, I mean, you guys will see. I'm going to be walking you through. Sam up on the monitor. He did. Look at this great detail shot he got there. That's capturing the camera. We got all of our gear laid out. Right now I'm balancing the tripod head, everybody.
everyone on YouTube, please just be nice to him. This will be my spot for the day.
Good shade spot. Let's try you guys do it, but this time walk and just walk next to each other and talk about video games, okay?
Okay. Like Mario Kart.
Yep.
Yeah.
Ready, action. Okay, so go again, Dad. When I hit the mailbox, can you switch it to mail? There, you should be able to switch it to mail.
Do you want her?
Cut, go again. Did she eat it?
She couldn't find it.
She's chewing on something.
Yeah, good.
Secret to getting good acting dogs right here.
Yeah, it's not the quality of the iPad.
Ready, action.
Cougar?
I'm really.
I'm on.
You have your earbuds?
I'm on location here
I'm really.
with Winnie. We just did our scene, and
No.
we have. Sorry, we have. Let me. Can I flip this? There we
Are
go.
you selfie vlogging it right now?
I did for a second, but we got the boys. How was your scene? Peace. Did you like chasing or being chased?
Being chasing.
You liked. Oh, perfect. What were you guys talking about in that little when you were walking?
Mario Kart.
What were you saying?
No.
I'm like, Mario Kart is so cool. I would definitely be running in him. And then he ran back into me.
I heard you guys both beat your dad in Mario Kart now.
No.
No?
Nope.
No.
I think I beat him like one time in my
All
life.
right. Well, that still counts.
I'm so thirsty.
Ready, and action. We just finished shooting the reshoots. What's the producer's take on the reshoot process? We don't do it usually.
We don't usually, but usually there's a day built in for, it's about half of the production is scheduled for the day. Last half is if we need to reshoot or get anything extra. And that, we didn't do that, but we used today as that day.
We probably could have broke the production into 2 days, but live and learn. Fast production, fast short film.
Yeah.
Went well. We got the shots we wanted. Gonna put it in the edit. Wow, those are my keys.
Wow, you pointed at them.
Crazy. Is this a vlog or is this a Christopher Nolan short film? Christopher Nolan full feature film. My keys are sitting here. I pulled these out of my camera bag that I never picked up from the other day. Sam, are you okay?
No, I think it's the one short film with the bug that Christopher Nolan did.